Hey, what is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to the good, the bad, the awesome, where we unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture, mainly Star Wars, Transformers, McFarlane figures, anime, sprinkled in with a bunch of other stuff. So today we got something really exciting to go over with you, and that is Magic Square's Tyrannosaurus or Tyrannosaurus Rex, aka Grimlock. So is this Grimlock the one to get? I did a review on the New Age, I did a review on the MHZ, so now we're going to take a look at this one and tell you which one is my favorite of the Grimlock. So is this one Bozo or is this Grimlock King? So let's find out. Intro, roll it. Folks, here he is, Grimlock, or Magic Square's Tyrannosaurus, or is it Tyrannosaurus? Depends on what part of the country you're from. So Grimlock is here, just released by Magic Square. I've been looking forward to this review. Now, I've done a review on New Age and MHZ, which was the New Age knockoff, and I'll put a link to it up here. I no longer have the New Age one. I actually got rid of it, and then I also got rid of the MHZ one too, as well, to a buddy who saw it and just fell in love with it. So, but this is Magic Squares. This is the one I've been looking forward to. I really dig Magic Square stuff, and I love the more G1 look that they have. Now, there's nothing wrong with New Age. New Age premium diecast has some really good features too as well. I think we can live in a world where we have both, right? We can live in that world where we have both Magic Square, New Age, and Iron Factory Samurai Grimlock. But this is him in the box. Love the G1 look, the old school look here. Here's the side, here's the back. You can get this on Magic Square's website for, I think it was like $59 plus shipping, or on Shozy Store or TF Safari or bombusb.net. Or if you're looking stateside, I would definitely choose probably the Chosen Prime, which is a really good website to order from. But I can't wait to get this out of the box to review it for y'all, to tell you my first reaction. You can tell it is still sealed. I have not opened this baby, so get my fresh reaction to this guy. So let's open him and get him out. As we open, get this sliced using my good old Wesley Snipes, and we will pop this out like so, this like so. Okay, we got some cool stuff here so far. Bot is in bot mode, bot moding. Let's open this, get him out. He feels good. He feels just like the Magic Square plastic should on this guy. Oh, he does feel really nice. Let's kind of swing these wings up a little bit here. Get that kind of looking the way it needs to, and then we'll show you everything you get as well in this. So what you get out of the package so far is you get his gun, and you get all sorts of a potpourri of stuff, or a menagerie of I don't know what you want to call it, a plethora of stuff. Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? Sí, el guapo. So instructions, useless. Magic Square's instructions are not very good to use, so definitely use a YouTuber, not me. I'm very horrible at this stuff, so use a different YouTuber to definitely transform them. Card, love their little card that they get. I wish Hasbro's came with cards. That would be fun. We also got extra hands, so open hands, so we can have with hands wide open. There we go. So there we go. Excellent. So beautiful hands. We got his crayon, his crown here. So King Grimlock, not Bozo. And then we have his S word and his little fishy right there. So some really cool stuff. And then we got Grimlock himself. So let me pull my camera down just a hair so we can kind of bring him in and take a good look at him. I mean, just again, that soft plastic that Magic Square has that they're known for is just really nice. Let me pull the arms down here so that way we can kind of get that where we need to go. So again, my first reaction, so I haven't gotten a chance to play with this and really tell you all the stuff. This is just my first reaction. So this looks great. This looks really, 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 really good. Feels good in the hands, feels hefty in the hands. Made of plastic, does not have any die cast like a New Age would inside of it. But I love the fact that I don't have to buy a separate dinosaur to cover up his legs. His legs are covered up, whereas New Age's, you have to kind of have sludge, which comes with his little leg pieces there to cover those up. But love the square chest. The overall feel of this guy is really cool. So let me bring him kind of in a rotisserie here so you can kind of get a good look at him. There's his face. Meet Grimlock, King! This there, so there's the front, there's the side, there's the back, there's the side, and then there's the front again, and we'll bring it in a little bit closer here. The head is on a swivel, on a little bit of a ball, so it does have up and down, side to side. Arm, you got out like so. You have more than a 90-degree bend on that, so you also have a twisty twist right there, and this is on a kind of a butterfly joint too, so if you really want to get that out there, you can. And you can go back, but you do get stopped by this part right here, so you do get stopped a little bit there, and so we'll pop those arms up. The waist, you do have you have an ab crunch? You absolutely do. And then do you have a twisty twist? No, twisty twist. Oh, nope, yep, you do. It was just tight. It was just tight. And then the legs, we can full Jean-Claude Van Damme if we want to. You do have the twist right there. You have more than a 90-degree bend. And then the legs, you do have the ankle tilt there too as well. So you can get them in some pretty gnarly looking poses and things like that if you want to. So let's get... let's put his crown on. Let's see here. And so, crown, how do you go on? There we go. King Grimlock. King of the dinosaurs. And then we got his gun. We'll put it in this hand. And come on. There we go. Oh, there we go. Slip in. There you are. Gun is in hand. Elbow is disjointed. There we are. And so we are ready and armed for action. And so you can get him in some really cool poses if you want to make that happen. So let's do this. Let me bring in a ruler really quick so I can tell you how tall he is, because he is a legend scale figure. He is approximately 5 3/4, almost 6 inches tall. So I think he'll scale really well with your Magic Square stuff on this. So we'll get his sword in this hand. Let's do the sword in this hand, right? The S word. There we are. So we are armed and ready to go on this. So Grimlock, meet Grimlock. Yeah, so there we go. Let's compare him to a few other robots just so you can see him from a size comparison. So let's bring in some Magic Square buddies here. So first of all, we'll bring Magic Square's Intelligence Officer, aka Bumblebee. We'll put him right there so you can kind of see how big Grimlock is to him. We got Magic Square's Sideswipe right here. And then Magic Square's Optimus Prime will stick right there. Actually, let's stick Optimus Prime next to Grimlock so you can kind of see just from a height standpoint what we're looking at, and then we'll put Bumblebee right there. So that is all his Magic Square compadres. And so I'm going to bring in a New Age. I've got a New Age Mirage here, and so you can kind of see from a New Age standpoint. New Age's Carbots tend to be a little bit smaller, but he's my only Mirage that I got. So there we are. Like I said, I don't have New Age's Grimlock, but I did do a review on a New Age Grimlock, and that's somewhere as well. But that's how he looks with Magic Square New Age for legend scale figures there. So you can kind of see how he compares from a scale standpoint. I think he scales really well with our Magic Square guys here, which he should. I mean, it's from the same company that made Optimus and Sideswipe and Bumblebee here. Grimlock should scale very, very well, right? And so let's move them out of the way. We'll bring in a couple other bots that I'll show you that are not legend scale. So we'll start with a core class, and this is core class Optimus Prime right there. So we can kind of see how he looks with core class Optimus. Not quite where it needs to be, because you can kind of see legend scale versus core class there. And let's just, for giggles, see what he looks like compared to his Transformer Legacy counterpart. Actually, it's the G2 counterpart. Y'all know how expensive the other Grimlock is. I ain't gonna be able to afford that. Ain't nobody got time to afford that, right? Ain't nobody got time for that. But that's how he is with G2 Grimlock right there. So you can kind of see just from a size standpoint, definitely dwarfs. Not going to scale with your Chug line. Definitely with your Legends on that. But you know what? That is okay, because that is what he is here for. It is his birthday and he is here for that. We're going to keep his crown off. But now what we need to do is we need to get him in Dino mode, which I don't know how I'm going to display him. I don't know if I want to display him in robot mode or Dino mode, because I know with Dinobots, a lot of times in the cartoons, we saw them a lot in Dino mode, especially in the movie. They were in Dino mode just about the whole movie, right? You know, so we will decide later on. We'll let the Wheel of Fortune decide for us. He's got a little bit of something right here. Looks like a little factory fuzz. Don't know what that is. Oh, a little factory fuzz there. Someone from China's missing a little sweater fuzz on that. So, but let's get him transformed. I will not transform him on camera. You don't want to see me fumbling to do that. And plus, this video would be longer than it needs to be. So we'll get this transformed off camera, and he will come back in dinosaur mode. So through the magic of editing, Grimlock Dino mode. After a few hours of, not actually a few hours, after less than an hour of recording, here he is, Grimlock in dinosaur mode in his alt form as his T-Rex. Welcome to Grimlock Park. Rawr, 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 rawr. So far, freaking awesome. This thing is freaking phenomenal. I really, gosh, I don't know what mode I like best. I don't know if it's this one or the robot mode, because both of them are really good, very G1 accurate. Now, Magic Square puts a lot of intricacies in their transformation, and sometimes they make it harder than it needs to be, but I think a lot of it pays off, especially with the way they hide certain things. This guy does a really, really good job, and I think this is one of the more simpler Magic Square transformations, Optimus Prime being one of the more difficult, and Menasor. Ooh, Menasor, I still have night terrors about that one, but overall, very nice. I forgot who it was. I'll put a link to the description down below to follow along for video instructions on how to transform him. But he looks great. And so just a few things really quick. Let's just take a look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Let me pull this down a little bit. So there he is from the front. From the side, from the front, from the side, from the back, underneath his undercarriage, but very G1 accurate. Very nice, very awesome. And so articulation standpoint, what's really cool is you have where the head can do the whole straight up if you want it to. It has it where it can do the whole 360 if you want it to. And then these arms are on pivot joints, and you have a swivel. You have swivel there. You have this. You just have all sorts of articulation. So if I want Grimlock to be scratching his head, I can make that happen. So like that, you know. So you also get inside here. You get the mouth that does move, and you got this little secret compartment here. And I mean, you can put his sword there, but I'm hoping that they come out with a flame effect or something like that you can kind of put in there, or maybe some other company will come out with a flame effect that you can put right inside Grimlock's mouth. Legs, you got some really good articulation there. I mean, you have the front. You also have a kind of front bend there. Let me get this back on camera. So let's do that again. Front and front right there. And then you got the articulation here with the toes. The toes can kind of pop up a little bit and down like so you can really get some cool stuff going there. And now with the tail, you got very little with the tail. You can go side to side. That's about it on the tail. So that is about it. My only big complaint is this right here. There is a gap, which I think they could have used another little panel or something like that to kind of cover that gap up. But that is a minor minor complaint compared to all the amazing stuff that this guy can do. So let's pull him back into his alt. Let's get him all standing up. There we go. Grimlock. You also have his fish again that you can kind of stick in his mouth. There. So you can do whatever you want with the fish. The other cool thing too is if I want to change the eyes to red, I just pop this up and then this comes up and I can just twist until I get it to where I need it to go. Let's see here. Let me twist it one more time. There we are. And then put it back down and now I got red eyes. So, and then if you want to give him some Visine so he can get his blue eyes back again, I like the blue eyes. The blue eyes are better in my opinion. There. But there is Grimlock, my friends. And so from a height standpoint, let's bring out the ruler. You're looking at about 5 inches tall for a Grimlock. Now, I don't have any other Grimlocks in Grimlock mode to compare him to, but like I said, I did do that review on the MHC and the Magic Square. When it comes to the alt mode, if I remember correctly, I like this one better. I do. Well, the other one feels premium and stuff, but this one I do like much better on this. So it is just very, very good. And then let me put his gun. We can put his gun there if I wanted to. There we go. He's got a Missile back. He's not Nickelback. Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. But no, overall, just really beautiful. Let's bring back in some of our other legend scale bots. And so we have Optimus Prime right there. We have good old Bumblebee and good old Sideswipe. Bring them in. So let's get Grimlock over this way so we can kind of see everybody. There we are. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Beautiful, beautiful. And then, of course, we got the big Grimlock. You're not going to take up all the camera. There you go. That's how you can see a big Grimlock. But that is him in a nutshell. So let's get back together, talk through some of my final thoughts on Magic Square's Tyrannosaurus Rex, aka Grimlock. Back together again for my final thoughts on this guy right here. Good old Grimlock. And this is probably the mode I am going to keep him in for right now on my display of Legends figures. Because for me, I just remember the Dinobots always kind of being in dinosaur mode. Although their robot mode is fantastic. But this is the way I think I will keep him in right now. So again, like I said, I did MHZ, I did New Age, and I did this one. Of the ones, this one's my favorite by far. The feel of the plastic, I love it. I think it looks great. Magic Square has always had my heart because I think the price that they have everything priced at is a really good price for what you get. I mean, you get a masterpiece level transformation, masterpiece level articulation in such a small size. Now, New Age has some die cast. It has some better build quality and things like that inside of it, but it's a little bit small for my collection. If you're a New Age collection fan, then you've got those, so it's great. So I'm just so glad Magic Square is finally coming out with theirs. This one is a bit more G1 accurate than that. The MHZ toy was a KO of the New Age, so it's cheap, but still was a great figure. This one right here would be my favorite Grimlock so far. Now I have MechFan Toys Grimlock. I haven't opened that one yet. I may not, because I may just stay with this one here, because on a scale of good, bad, awesome, this one is freaking I don't have words. Awesome. He is amazing. He is beautiful. He is awesome, and he is great. Like I said, my only complaint I have is, first of all, Magic Square, your transformations is very, very difficult. Either A, let's have some better instructions, or B, whoo, baby, I need some scotch after transforming this one. But thank you to some tutorials, I was able to get him transformed really well. The second biggest complaint is right there. You can kind of see it right there. There's that gap just right there on his body. Of all the things, Magic Square is usually really good at not having gaps, and there is a big one right there. But I can overlook it. Now, I wish the tail had more articulation. Now, New Ages had a bit more where you can do like that with the tail. But, you know, minor complaint. I think this, again, I just dig it. I just dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. And I love it. So that is all I got to say about Grimlock. You should get him. Like I said, you can pick him up on Magic Square's website, which is where I got it. They do charge shipping, so be aware of that. Or you can get it on Shozi's store, TF Safari. If you want him quickly and you live in the States, then you're probably going to be looking at one of my favorite places is Chosen Prime to get it. Toy Dojo is also another good one too as well. But those ones would be the place to get it if you're looking for it in the States. But if you can wait, order it overseas because you're going to pay a lot less than what you would if you bought it in the States. So, yeah, really, 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 really great bot. So tune in next time when we do talk about something else good, bad, or awesome. And feel free, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to it. Let's get us to that 5,000 by the end of the year, and maybe consider becoming a member. But hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it. And y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. We'll talk to you later. Wah, 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 wah.